wondered what truly makes a man fall in love? Is it a single glance? A shared laugh? Or something far deeper? Here's the secret. Men don't just fall in love, they're drawn into it, layer by layer, moment by moment. It's not about grand gestures or fairy tale cliches. No, the way a man falls in love is more profound, more mysterious, and far more unexpected than you might think. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see love from a perspective you've never imagined before. Part 1. The Spark. Physical attraction versus emotional connection. Let's begin with the spark. The unexplainable, magnetic pull that captures a man's attention. Yes, physical attraction plays a role, often being the initial doorway. It might start with something simple. The way your hair falls effortlessly, the grace in your walk, or the sparkle in your eyes when you laugh. Perhaps it's a brief moment, a glance exchanged in passing, or an accidental brush of shoulders. These small, fleeting interactions are enough to ignite curiosity, to plant the seed of intrigue. But here's where the story gets more interesting. That spark? It's just the first chapter. Physical attraction might open the book, but it's the emotional connection that keeps him reading. Because while beauty might catch his eye, it's the depth of who you are that captures his heart. Think about it. How many times has someone been captivated by a gorgeous smile or stunning outfit, only to quickly lose interest because there's nothing more beneath the surface? A man may be drawn to your appearance, but what truly pulls him closer is how you make him feel. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. Imagine this. He sees you smile, and it's radiant. But then you speak, and your words carry warmth, kindness, and authenticity. Your laugh isn't rehearsed, it's genuine and unguarded, catching him completely off guard. It's the kind of laugh that makes the moment unforgettable, a sound that plays in his mind long after you've parted ways. Suddenly, he's not just noticing your appearance. He's captivated by the way you make the room feel lighter, the way your energy draws others in. It's in those moments, the ones where you let your guard down, that the spark starts to evolve. He starts paying attention to the smallest details, the things that others might overlook. He notices how your eyes light up when you talk about your passions, or how your presence has this unexplainable ability to make everything feel a little bit better. He realizes that you're not just beautiful. You're authentic. And authenticity is magnetic. It's in the way you carry yourself with confidence but without arrogance. It's the way you listen, the way you care, and the way you let your true personality shine through. Maybe it's your quirky sense of humor, your unfiltered thoughts, or the way you find joy in the simplest of things. These are the pieces of you that leave a lasting impression, the moments that replay in his mind long after you've left the room. What's fascinating is that these little details start to mean more to him than anything physical ever could. He remembers how you tilt your head when you're thinking, or the way your voice softens when you're telling a heartfelt story. He catches himself smiling at the thought of your laugh, or how your kindness seems to ripple outward, touching everyone around you. And then it happens. He starts to crave your energy. It's not just about your beauty anymore. It's about the way you make him feel alive. The spark is no longer a fleeting moment of attraction. It's a flame that grows stronger with each interaction. This transformation from attraction to connection is what truly sets love apart. It's not about grand gestures or flawless appearances. It's about how two souls resonate with one another, creating a bond that feels effortless yet extraordinary. In the end, the spark isn't something that happens to you. It's something you create together. It's in the way you allow yourself to be seen, heard, and known. It's not just about him falling for you. It's about him falling for the way you make him feel seen, understood, and appreciated. And when that happens, the spark doesn't just light up. It becomes the foundation of something that can last a lifetime. Part 2. The Connection. Building emotional safety. Once the spark is lit, the true magic begins. The journey toward an emotional connection. While physical attraction might start the story, it's emotional safety that writes the chapters that matter. This is the stage where walls come down and vulnerability begins to blossom, and for a man, this connection is everything. Here's the secret. Men fall deeply in love with someone they feel safe with, emotionally. Emotional safety doesn't mean you're there to solve his problems or play the role of his therapist. It's not about fixing him, but rather about creating an environment where he feels understood. Imagine this: a man may walk through life with his guard up, projecting confidence and composure to the world. But deep down, there's a part of him longing for a space where he can set all of that aside and just be himself. Every man carries invisible walls, whether he acknowledges them or not. These walls are built from the scars of past heartbreaks, the weight of insecurities, and societal pressures to be strong and avoid showing weakness. These walls can make him cautious, hesitant to open up or let anyone see the real him. But when he meets someone who makes him feel emotionally safe, those walls start to crumble, brick by brick. So, how does this emotional connection form? It doesn't happen all at once. It's in the small, consistent moments where he feels seen, heard, and valued for who he is. It's the way you listen, not just to his words, but to the emotions behind them. It's when he feels he can share his biggest dreams and his deepest fears, knowing you won't belittle or judge him. It's in those moments when he reveals a part of himself he usually keeps hidden, the insecurities, the doubts, or the dreams he's too afraid to say out loud. And your response is one of understanding, acceptance, and encouragement. Think about this. When a man feels safe enough to let down his guard, he begins to associate you with comfort, trust, and peace. It's not about grandeur or dramatic moments. It's the little things that matter. It's in the quiet conversations during late nights when you talk about life, love, and everything in between. It's in the way you remember the small details he shares. His favorite childhood memory, the way he takes his coffee, or that obscure hobby he loves. These gestures make him feel valued, as though his thoughts and feelings truly matter to you. Sometimes, this connection doesn't even require words. It's in the unspoken moments, like the way you hold space for him when he's had a rough day, or the way you instinctively know when to offer a hug, a smile, or simply your presence. These subtle moments of care communicate volumes. They show him that he doesn't have to carry the weight of the world alone because you're there, standing by his side. The beauty of building emotional safety is that it's a two-way street. When he feels safe with you, he becomes more open to making you feel safe too. It's a cycle of trust and vulnerability that grows stronger over time. This is where love takes root. When two people can be their true selves without the fear of rejection or judgment. And the best part? Emotional safety doesn't mean perfection. It's not about always saying the right thing or never making mistakes. It's about showing up consistently, being honest, and being willing to grow together. It's the understanding that love isn't about tearing down walls overnight but about patiently building a bridge, step by step, until there's no longer a need for walls at all. This stage often unfolds quietly. It's not the grand gestures or dramatic declarations that make the difference. It's the steady rhythm of everyday care and connection. It's the little moments, like laughing at an inside joke, lending a listening ear, or offering a reassuring touch. These moments may seem small, but they carry the weight of something much bigger. Trust, respect, and emotional intimacy. And here's the magic of emotional safety. Once it's established, it becomes the foundation for everything else. When a man feels this kind of connection with you, he doesn't just see you as someone he's attracted to. He sees you as his partner, his confidant, and someone he can build a life with. Emotional safety isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about creating a bond that can weather the storms and stand the test of time. In the end, emotional connection is where love transforms from a fleeting feeling to a lasting commitment. It's not built on perfection or grand gestures but on the quiet, steady presence of two people who choose to see and support each other every single day. And that's the kind of love that endures. Part 3. The Bond. Shared Values and Vision. As the connection deepens, the relationship enters a pivotal stage. One where emotions are no longer the sole driving force. This is where love matures and begins to intertwine with something far more enduring. Shared values and a shared vision for the future. For men, falling in love isn't just about the butterflies in their stomach or the excitement of being around you. As the bond grows, it becomes less about fleeting emotions and more about compatibility. He begins to ask himself, consciously or unconsciously, some important questions. Does her presence enrich my life? Do our values and priorities align? Can I see us navigating the challenges and triumphs of life together? Interestingly, men often don't approach these questions analytically. Instead, it's a feeling, a sense of ease and rightness that emerges naturally. He starts noticing how seamlessly you fit into his life, how your energy complements his, and how you bring out the best in him. This stage is not about perfection. It's about harmony. It's about the way you and he create something greater together than either of you could alone. Think of it this way. Every man has a vision for his life, even if it's unspoken or incomplete. It might involve adventure, personal growth, building a family, or simply finding stability and joy. When he begins to fall in love, he starts imagining whether his vision can include you. And it's not just about ticking off a checklist, it's about how you make him feel while sharing these dreams. He notices how comfortable he feels being himself around you, how he doesn't have to put on a mask or pretend to be someone he's not. You accept him as he is, but you also challenge him to grow. You inspire him, not by forcing change, but by being your authentic self. Your passion for your own dreams, your kindness, your strength. These qualities make him want to be a better version of himself. This stage is also where shared values come into focus. Whether it's a commitment to family, a drive for career success, or a shared belief in kindness and compassion, these values act as the glue that binds the relationship together. It's not about agreeing on every single thing. It's about having a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. Imagine this. He starts seeing you not just as a partner in the present but as someone who could walk beside him in the future. Maybe it's the way you laugh with him during joyful moments or the way you support him when life gets tough. It's the way you tackle challenges together, proving that you're not just in it for the good times. You're there for the long haul. And then there's the shared vision for what life could look like. Whether it's dreaming of traveling the world, building a home together, or simply supporting each other's goals, this vision becomes a cornerstone of your bond. It's not about having identical dreams but about creating a life where both of your aspirations can coexist. What's truly magical about this stage is that it often happens subtly. It's not always marked by grand declarations or dramatic moments. Instead, it's in the small, meaningful interactions. It's in the way he lights up when you talk about your goals and passions, knowing that he wants to be part of that journey. It's in the quiet moments of teamwork, like planning a trip, solving a problem together, or simply navigating the ups and downs of daily life. Over time, these shared values and visions form the bedrock of lasting love. They create a sense of partnership, a feeling that no matter what life throws your way, you'll face it together. This bond gives him a sense of security and excitement about the future. He begins to see you not just as someone he loves in the moment but as someone he wants to build a life with. And here's the most profound part. This stage doesn't just create love, it strengthens it. It turns infatuation into commitment, and passion into partnership. The shared values and vision you create together become a compass, guiding your relationship through the highs and lows. Ultimately, this bond isn't about perfection or fantasy. It's about finding someone whose presence makes life richer, whose values align with your own, and whose dreams complement yours. It's about realizing that love isn't just about feeling good. It's about creating something beautiful and enduring together. And when a man sees that future with you, that's when he knows he's truly in love. Part 4. The commitment. When he's all in. Here's the moment where love transforms into something far greater than emotion. The moment a man realizes he's all in. This isn't just about feeling butterflies or experiencing the thrill of a new relationship. This is where love becomes solid, steady, and deeply rooted in his heart. And no, it doesn't happen with a grand, cinematic gesture or a dramatic proclamation like in the movies. It unfolds quietly, in the everyday moments, in ways that might even surprise him. It begins when he starts prioritizing you without hesitation. Whether it's a simple text to check on you, rearranging his schedule to spend time with you, or making sacrifices that once felt unimaginable. These are the signs that his heart is fully invested. It's no longer about me or you. It's about us. But what does true commitment really look like? It's in the small, consistent actions. It's the way he listens to your worries after a long day, even when he's had a rough day himself. It's in how he supports your dreams, not just with words but with genuine encouragement and effort. He celebrates your victories as if they're his own and stands firmly by your side during challenges, never wavering, no matter how tough things get. And here's something important. At this stage, his love becomes more than just a feeling. It turns into action. For a man, commitment isn't about grand promises. It's about showing up. It's about proving, through everyday gestures, that he's in it for the long haul. He'll notice the little details about you. What makes you smile, what brings you comfort, and what lights a fire in your soul. And he'll make an effort to honor those things. This stage is also marked by a quiet but profound shift. He no longer sees the relationship as something fragile that could break with the slightest tension. Instead, it becomes a source of strength, a partnership he's willing to nurture and protect. He starts thinking in terms of we instead of me. Your happiness becomes his priority, and your struggles become his too. And here's the beauty of it. Commitment doesn't feel like a burden to him. It feels like the most natural choice he's ever made. It's not about obligation or duty. It's about desire. He chooses you, not because he has to but because he wants to. He wants to build a life with you, to share moments big and small, to grow and evolve together. Think of it this way. Falling in love is like planting a seed. It's exciting and full of possibility. But true commitment is the daily act of tending to that seed, nurturing it, and allowing it to grow into something strong and lasting. It's waking up every day and choosing love, even when life gets messy, stressful, or uncertain. This stage is also where he begins to embrace vulnerability in its truest form. By committing to you, he's not just giving you his heart. He's giving you his trust. He's opening himself up in ways he might not have with anyone else, allowing you to see both his strengths and his flaws. And in doing so, he feels safe knowing that you accept him fully, just as he accepts you. Commitment isn't always glamorous. It's not about extravagant gestures or sweeping you off your feet 24/7. It's about the steady, unwavering presence he brings into your life. It's about being there when you need him, even when it's inconvenient. It's about weathering storms together and celebrating the sunshine that follows. And here's the most powerful part. When a man is truly committed, he doesn't just fall in love, he stays in love. This stage marks the transition from infatuation to partnership, from fleeting passion to enduring devotion. He understands that love isn't always easy, but he's ready to put in the work. Why? Because you're worth it. At this point, his love becomes a choice, one that he makes every single day. And that's what makes it so profound. Falling in love might happen effortlessly, but staying in love takes intention. It's a promise to be there, to grow together, and to never stop choosing each other. So when he's all in, it's not about words or gestures. It's about showing you, through actions, that his love is steadfast and real. And that, ultimately, is what true commitment looks like. It's not just the spark, the connection, or the bond. It's the decision to stand by you, through every twist and turn, and to build a life where love is not just a feeling but a foundation for everything else. In conclusion, so, how do men fall in love? It's not a straight path, but a journey. One that begins with a spark, grows through emotional connection, aligns with shared values, and solidifies through commitment. And here's the most beautiful part. When a man truly falls in love, it's not just about what he sees in you. It's about how you make him see the best in himself. So the next time you wonder what's on a man's mind, remember this. Love isn't something he stumbles into. It's something he builds, moment by moment, with the person who makes his world a little brighter. If you found this insight eye-opening, hit that like button and share this video with someone who'd love to understand the inner workings of love. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of relationships. See you in the next video.